In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to add custom validation to our contact form. Please keep in mind that the current version of the validation script does not support combo boxes, checkboxes, or radio buttons. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is add the validation scripts to WebEasy. To do this, we'll click on the form container, open the inspector tool, click on the Properties tab, and then double-click on the Value column next to Custom Script. Now that the Custom Script Assistant is open, we need to make sure that the Object Events option is selected. Then we can move on to the Content section. Most likely you will see some code already entered into this area. This code is what causes our form to use the default WebEasy validation script. Since we have our own script, we'll need to delete all this text and enter our own. Rather than typing the code in manually, we'll go to the link listed in the description area and copy and paste it. Now our contact form knows that it needs to use our validation script. But before it can actually use our validation script, we need to add the script itself. So let's click on the Source Script Library option, and again go down to the Content section. In most cases, there will be no code located in this section. If there is, we can simply just click on the beginning of the line and press Enter a couple times. We'll then paste in our script above. To get the validation script, we'll follow the next link in the description area. We'll then copy all the code located on this page. To do that, we'll press Ctrl-A and then press Ctrl-C to copy. Now we can press Ctrl-V to paste in the whole code. Once that's done, we can go ahead and click OK to save the changes. At this point, we need to tell the script which input fields will be required. To do this, we'll create a new style class and apply it to all of the required inputs. Please note that your input fields may or may not have a style class applied to them already, depending on the template you chose for your website. Let's first cover how to apply a new style class to an input field that already has a style class. Click on one of your input fields, and go over to the Style tab and find the attribute labeled Style Class. We should see a style class name in the Value column. Let's double click on the Value column, and now we should see the Item Style dialog box. Our style class should be selected in the list to our left. We can then click on the Edit button and select New Class. This will automatically enter the attributes from our previous class. All we have to do now is give it a new name. In this case, it will need to be the word required in all lowercase. Let's click OK and then click Update to save the changes. Now let's learn how to create a new style class from an input field that doesn't currently have a style class. Let's click on the input field, go over to the Style tab, and double click on the Value column next to Style Class. We'll see over on the left hand side that Normal-No Style is selected. We can then go over and click New Class. We'll type in the word required in all lowercase just like before. The only problem is WebEasy requires us to have at least one attribute applied to a style class. Since we don't want to change the look of our input field, we'll change the background color to white. By default, input fields have a white background, so we will never see the difference. Let's click on the Value column next to background color and select the color one up from the bottom right. If you selected the right color, you should see the number sign followed by 6 Fs. At this time, we can click OK and then click Update to apply the changes. We now know how to create a new style class in both cases. So let's move on and apply that new style class to the required fields. In this example, we'll select phone and comments as the required fields. Go to the Style tab and double-click on the value column next to Style class. Let's go through the list and select the required style class that we created earlier. We can then click Apply to apply that class to each input field that we selected. If these are the only input fields that we want to have required, we can go ahead and preview the page. Let's try to submit the form without filling in the required fields. We should get an alert message that says, "Please enter the required information." Once we click OK, it should automatically highlight the input field that should be filled in. So let's type in a fake phone number and then enter some random comments. Now when we click Send Details, it should complete and go to the next page. In this case, we had it forward us to YouTube. We can apply the same style class to email fields. However, it will only check to see if there's information entered. It won't check for valid email format. To add email validation, we'll need to create another style class. Let's start by selecting an email input field. Go to the Style tab and click on the value column next to Style class. Let's click on New Class and give it the name Required, all lowercase, and then email with an uppercase E and no space in between the two words. We'll again need to change the background color to white and click OK. Click Update to apply the changes, and then we can select up to 2 different email fields to apply the style class. If we select 2 email fields, the script will check each field to make sure it has valid email format. It will also compare the 2 email addresses to make sure they're the same. To demonstrate this, let's select both fields, double-click on the value column next to Style class, find the required email style, and click Apply. Now we can go ahead and preview the page to see how it works. Let's type in a random phone number. Enter a random comment and try to submit the form. We should get an alert box that says, "Please enter a valid email address." We'll click OK, and it will highlight the email field that wasn't filled in. So let's type in an email address. And try to click Send Details again. We should get another alert box that says, "Please enter a valid email address," and when we click OK, it'll select the next field that wasn't filled in. So now let's type in an email address, but make sure it's not the same as the first one. Click Send Details, and the alert box will say the email addresses you have entered do not match. So we'll click OK, make the 2 match, click Send Details again, and now we should be forwarded to YouTube. This concludes the custom validation tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to submit them in the comments section below, or on the contact page at procureeminence.com.